I'm going to use my pilot career as a way to travel and meet a bunch of different people and play music all over the place, and that'll kind of be my promotional vehicle, if you will. So I'm in the middle of getting that training underway, and once that happens, then I can continue making steps.
That is really awesome. And thinking back to years I've been doing this show and a couple other shows I hosted before this, and I don't think I've ever had a pilot for a guest artist, an artist who actually flies himself to dates. I'll look forward. We're gonna have to do a show on that when you get your license and start cruising around. We got to get together and we'll do a show around the fact that we had an artist here a couple of weeks ago that was a singing truck driver, and he used his driving as time for his creative juices to flow. That's when he got the ideas for his music and lyrics. And we can have ourselves a flying singer. I like that. What do you think, John Bon Jovial?
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, just avoid some of the cornfields in Iowa in the middle of the winter, please.
Oh gosh, Drake, we've got about 1 minute left. Tell us in the minute that we have about this new song of yours that we're going to be playing.
Okay. Well, this is a song that I actually wrote about my wife. I've been married for a little over a year now, and this song is kind of a tribute to my past life, I guess you could say. I was pretty rowdy and loose in a few words, and it just kind of goes to show. It's called "Settled Too Soon," and it's kind of a play on words, really. It talks about how if I would have been okay with her just being, this person, or if I would have settled for her just being this person, then I wouldn't have got to know the person that I'm still getting to know to this day, and I would have settled too soon. So it's got a lot of depth to it. It's a little more poppy than what you'd consider Better Man, I guess you could say. A little more of a modern sound, but I think it's still got that, maybe a little bit of 90s country vibe to it as well.
Well, we're going to find out right now. You said it's called Settled Too Soon?
Yes, sir.
And there you have it, folks. Thanks again, Drake King, for being here with us today. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Settled Too Soon.
I would have settled for a good night, kiss me goodbye, long hug and a smile. I would have settled for one time, love me tonight, another body next to mine. I would have settled for a candlelight dinner and a drive-in movie for two, but I'd have settled too soon. I would have settled for a half-hour bottle of wine, the sun bleeding in the sky. I would have settled for a 4-month college try and let me single for a while. I would have settled for a late-night sinner that slept like an angel of noon, but I'd have settled too soon. There's always more to loving you than all the ways you say I do. I could have been alone for good, but then I never would have understood. There's lots of ways to love someone, but only one way to really ever be loved. And I don't know how it is that you do what you do, and I don't ever want to know, 'cause if I do, I'd have settled too soon. would have settled for a blue-eyed Bonnie driving my line of the moon, but I'd have settled too. There's always more to loving you than all the ways you say I do. I could have been alone for good, but then I never would have understood. There's lots of ways to love someone, but only one way to really ever love. And I don't know how it is that you do what you do, but I don't ever want to know. 'Cause if I do, then I'd have settled too.
Hi, this is Joe Bonzo with the Oak Ridge Boys. You're listening to my good friend, the David Bowers.
Old black roller, taller than the sky. He's angrier this time. Old black roller, chasing out our plows, raining down pneumonia, killing all our cows. Old black roller, why'd you come today? Half of Oklahoma is blowing it away. Just might choke us, Lord, let us prevail. We're from Oklahoma, we're hard as horseshoe nails.
Old Black Roller, that's Grant Maloy Smith, who is right here to come talk with us now. Welcome aboard, Grant.
Well, thank you so much, David. It's great to be here.
A pleasure having you on board. Tell us a little bit about that song. That is a good track. I really like that.
Well, that's kind of the southern rock version of the song. There's two versions on the record called Dust Bowl American Stories. And that song tells from the farmer's perspective, looking at a giant storm coming across the Great Plains back in the 1930s when they just about blotted out the sky and, wrecked a lot of houses and lives and livelihoods out there in the Great Plains in that time. So it's meant to be kind of dramatic and but fun to listen to at the same time.
It is every bit of that. Now, that's available on an album?
Yeah, the album's called Dust Bowl American Stories. It was on the Billboard charts for about 4 months last fall, and I'm very proud of it.
And they can get that album where?
Well, you can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on Apple Music, or I should say iTunes, as long as that still runs, or on my website, which is my 3 names, Grant Maloy, Maloy Smith.com. I sell it there too. When you buy it from me on my website, I send a signed copy of it. When you buy it in other places, you just get a regular copy of it.
So the little bonus for going direct through the artist yourself. Good deal. I like that concept. I like that concept. And as I said, I like that song and the story it tells. It is it's a fun to listen to song. It's, oftentimes message songs are a little bit heavy and unwieldy, but that one's, that's something you can get into. John Bon Jovial, your thoughts?
Well, I'm with you on that, David. I like the song. It's got a lot to say, and Grant, I do truly believe that you did a beautiful job on producing the song, and so congratulations on that. I just wanted to add one thing on the the availability of records. It's also available at your local Tower Records and Tapes. Oh no, wait a minute, that's another era, long gone.
You're dating
it's right
yourself,
next
John.
to a Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, right next to the local Blockbuster Video, sure. And of course by the Sears store. Yeah.
Now, we're just coming out of the holiday season, and you had a holiday song, Fly Possum Fly, which was very well received. You got a lot of miles out of that.
Yeah, I know. The whole thing started out almost like a joke. I mean, I wrote the song just to have some fun, and I wrote a bluegrass song, and it was around Christmas time last year when I wrote it originally, and so I set, I made it be about Christmas kind of, and we just had a lot of fun with it. And the next thing I knew, we were doing a real recording of it in Nashville with a great young singer called Emmy Sunshine. She's a great bluegrass and country voice, and she's only like 15 years old, but man, she sounds like Dolly Parton. So,
she does.
So we sang it together. Yeah, isn't she amazing? And then a few months after that, it was turned into a children's book. So I spent a lot of time in the fall, doing book fairs and book signings and all that kind of stuff. And Emmy and I played it a few places around the Southeast. And just ended up being an unexpectedly fun project. And I never imagined I would be doing a book like that and just be in that world. I'm a music guy, not really a book guy, but now I guess I'm both.
Yeah, I guess you're both now.
And you got some attention from Steve Martin, too, I see.
Yes, I was just going to mention that.
Yeah, well, there are 2 Steve Martins there's probably a million Steve Martins, but 2 that one's really famous, the movie guy and comedian, and then there's Steve Martin, the bluegrass radio host, but they know each other because they have the same name.
Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
Steve Martin, of course, is a bluegrass guy. He was a great banjo player, and so he's been on Steve Martin's show. I guess that was confusing to moderate that one, but
Steve Martin knows Steve Martin and likes Steve Martin.
Yes, they're friends. But he's a very that Steve Martin, the bluegrass radio host, is very well known in that world. Bluegrass is a kind of a vertical market, if you will, and much smaller than the general country music market, that's for sure. But I think the devotees are a lot more.
They are.
Well, they're very loyal.
Very loyal, very hardcore, for want of a better expression. We've had a couple of good bluegrass artists on. We had the Smith Sisters bluegrass here a couple of months ago. Were a lot of fun. They do some. I hesitate at saying this, but I kind of call it modern bluegrass, in that it's not. It's not the real old-fashioned bluegrass, but I don't mean to infer that they have gone rock and roll with it or anything like that. It's still bluegrass, and a couple of real nice girls, a lot of fun. We enjoyed having him on the show.